Certainly busy days of the week at a local credit union. We're going to continue our live team coverage with News Channel 5's Evan Axelbank. Evan, I would imagine that people must have seen and heard all of the commotion. The sheriff didn't know how many people were inside at the time, but, Friday afternoon around that time, I would imagine it would be busy.
Well, I can shed a little insight there, Kelly. I just spoke with somebody who was inside of the credit union when this thing all went down, and they told me that there were about 12 people inside of the credit union at the moment that they heard the shots fired. And what she told me is that they sounded like fireworks, that there wasn't an overly concerned group of people in there until the police officers came and locked the building down. And I want to just show you a little bit of a different vantage point here. I'm down the block west here on Summit Boulevard from where Dan Corcoran and the sheriff were standing for that interview. And you can see sheriff's deputies have blocked off Summit Boulevard there. The credit union is behind it there, just to the east. And then down the block there, you can see the very large police presence, including their bomb squad, including their crime scene trucks, and a number of sheriff's deputies' cars. Now, I spoke to the woman who was inside the credit union at the moment that this all happened, and she told me that, again, not overly concerned at that moment, but certainly now she is very relieved. And you heard the sheriff say that this could have been very bad for a lot of people today. And so right now she told me that she's very relieved. Take a listen.
At the time, everyone didn't know what really happened, so everyone was calm, and we just thought it was fireworks or something else. But afterward, we found out that there was someone that was shot outside.
Were you kept inside?
Yes.
Who kept you inside?
The police put us on a lockdown, so we were kept inside, and then the people that saw something were interviewed.
It's a sad day, especially when you lose a life. I don't know if it's the economy, but laws being broken across the country.
And that gentleman there told me that he is very familiar with that Palm Beach County Credit Union, the PBC Credit Union, and that often on Fridays, as Kelly alluded to, there are many people inside of that credit union who are cashing their checks, making deposits. That woman we spoke to was just opening up a savings account today. So you can see lots of people just going through their daily routines, and then something like this happens. Now, as you can see behind me, the traffic is blocked off here. Traffic is being redirected, and right now Captain Julie is overhead. And Captain Julie, what can you tell us about the traffic situation and also what you can see from up there, your vantage point of this entire scene here?
Evan, well, of course, we do have Summit Boulevard shut down right now east of Davis to Australian Avenue. I can tell you that Forest Hill Boulevard and Gun Club and Southern Boulevard are actually moving along quite well, so they will be very good alternates for you to take this evening to get you home safely. For what we've seen from our vantage point, probably you can't see there from the ground cameras, is we would notice the bomb squad going around with a rod, and they have a little clasper on the end of that rod, and they have been picking up what looks like spent rifle cases, and of course they can be quite dangerous, so they're treating them with extreme caution. And of course we did hear the sheriff say that this was a very high-powered rifle that was used. Those little yellow markers there on the floor, that is where some of these casings fell, and they're marking those as evidence right now. As for the backpack, we haven't seen them actually pick up a backpack yet, but that gold vehicle that you're taking a look at, we do believe that this was the car that was left at the scene still running. They have opened the doors, as you can see, both of the front passenger and driver's door, and now they've just opened the boot of the car as well. Of course, all of this is trying to gain some evidence as to find out exactly what this man was doing at the credit union, why he was there with a rifle. So this is going to be a very long investigation by the sheriff's office and the crime scene investigators here tonight. I would imagine that Summit Boulevard will be shut down for most of the evening, but of course, as I said, those alternate routes are available to you. That would be Forest Hill Boulevard and Southern Boulevard this evening. Back to you in the studio.
Captain Julie, thank you. And as Captain Julie indicated, motive yet unknown here. To recap what we do know, though, one man is dead after being shot by a Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy, or more likely, at least according to what we're hearing from the sheriff, deputies. He's indicated more than once now that deputies responded and opened fire. How many of them have actually hit the man with gunfire? Unknown, but more than one deputy showed up on the scene at 3469 Summit Boulevard outside the Palm Beach County Credit Union just after 4 o'clock upon reports that a man had a rifle. They said they fired back in self-defense after that man, believed to be in his 20s, possibly from the Lake Worth area, opened fire on them. The sheriff said the suspect, now dead, was carrying a high-powered rifle, perhaps carrying in excess of 50 rounds of ammunition, highlighting growing concerns among law enforcement locally and nationwide about the possibility, anyway, of being outgunned when they go up against criminals. Nonetheless, the bomb squad also on the scene because a backpack was found. They wanted to take every precaution. Don't know if they're going to find anything. Summit Boulevard closed between Congress and Davis Road. We'll continue to follow the very latest on this developing story right here on News Channel 5.
Now on to the other big